Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina, and if you're interested in hearing my story, very interesting birth story, just keep on watching. Hello, so this is my birth face. I started already with my eyebrows, and the first thing we are going to use is this lotion right here by Elf. It's the oil control liquid lotion. And then I'm gonna start sharing my story of my childbirth, my baby's birth. So my due date was April 4th, Easter. Amazing. I was so excited. It was going to be Easter, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna have an Easter baby. This is amazing. I'm gonna use this matte oil control primer from Elf. So the problem was that the baby, well, April 4th, no signs of baby coming. I had no feeling that the baby was gonna be born that day whatsoever. So on the 6th, I had my next doctor's appointment, which I went to, and he was like, you know what, you are about to be 41 weeks. I cannot let you go past 41 weeks. Because then that will be risky, so we're gonna have to induce you. To me, in my head, for some reason, I thought that induce means that you're gonna get a C-section. But me, being me, I was like, I don't want a C-section. I want everything natural. I don't want an epidural. I don't want nothing. I just want my baby to come out natural. I want to feel all the pain. I want to go through the whole shebang, basically. Well, see, when you start with those, you can have the idea in your head, but then God's plans might be different than you think. So he was like, choose what day you want to get induced. You want to be induced today. I was like, no, let's do it for tomorrow. So the 7th, I got induced at 7 p.m. I'm gonna be sure, and this is where I started vlogging. I didn't vlog much after I had my baby, but whatever I was able to get on camera, I'm gonna show right here, like the room tour, everything. So at this point, everything was gonna be natural, no epidural. The only thing they got me started on was something that was gonna get me my cervix, like, I don't know, more open. I don't know. So that was the only thing I got when I got to the hospital. And the following day, they got me on Pitocin. And this is where everything starts. So I'm gonna be showing the clips as I'm doing my makeup. And I'm gonna be using the a lot of Elf products. Elf Camo Concealer. We're gonna get out of here, parents. That's crazy. We're ready for this. Oh, that's where my baby will go. You excited? You feel weird? Are you sleepy? Are you hungry? You like your bed? How you like your bed? Oh. Oh, my little butt will go. Look at that little booty will go there too. Oh. I am looking crazy. Hopefully my hair won't get messed up too much. It's kind of hot in here. That's where my baby will be. Well, my baby. I still don't believe I'm having a baby, even though I'm like plugged into all this stuff. Look at this big belly. I did my nails the other day. Got them done myself. It's about to be 12 o'clock in the morning. And we're here. I'm watching a movie. I just ate a little bit. I'm ready to go to sleep. So apparently I can record nothing during the delivery. Unfortunately, I have something inside of me helping my cervix get softer. And then tomorrow, around maybe 10 in the morning, we're gonna start the process of Pitocin. to get this baby out. I am currently 40 weeks and 4 or 5 days and still no contractions. Baby's comfortable in there. We are monitoring his heartbeat right there. I can see if I get any contractions up here, and we get his heartbeat. They're gonna give me a pill to help me fall asleep, and then tomorrow morning, that's when the party starts. I still don't believe it, but I'm so sad I can't record unless I hide my camera somewhere. We'll see, but I'll keep you guys updated. I feel so weird, like I don't know. I still don't believe I'm having a baby. I still don't have any pain as of yet. I'm chilling. Oh Lord, please let this be nice and easy. Oh, I'm also plugged in. Well, not right now, but I was plugged into an IV. They took it off so I can rest a little bit, so I don't need the whole thing. But yeah, and they took some blood out. That's the update. I'm gonna try to get some sleep in a minute. Good morning. It is 6:25 in the morning. How'd you sleep? He said no. I kept waking up every single hour. Literally every hour I woke up. I have baby plugged in here. I have a monitor right there. And another one right here. Getting the baby heartbeat. And then around 10, hey babe, he's moving right now. And then around 10, I'm supposed to be getting the Pitocin. You can tell I'm tired. And I got a rash right here. I guess it's normal, like some sort of reaction. And something around here too. But yeah, we slept. We barely slept. We didn't sleep. And I was supposed to get all that energy for today, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get the chance to take a little nap again. But yeah, so far that's what we got. I'm having a lot of cramps, and I think these cramps are contractions, I guess. Some of them are kind of like strong, but not too strong that will take my breath away. But all good so far. My nurse is so cute, like she's so nice. I'm hoping that whoever is gonna cover for her later is just as nice as her. But yeah, let me show you the room. Baby car seat and his little bag. That's where baby will go. That's where my baby will go. Here's my bag. I was just eating, having vitamins. And there is Alex and his little snacks. The sun's coming up. I still don't have my IV on. I'm tired. They're gonna connect me back to the IV later, but look at this. Good Lord. I hit this 2 times already with this table. Not cool. But that's where my little booty will go. I still don't believe it. This is gonna be hard. Talk and do your makeup. I don't think I've ever done this before, but okay, we'll give it a try today. Okay, so at this point my doctor comes in. He says to me that we are going to start Pitocin. I'm gonna be using this to set my eyes. So he's like, at 10 I'm gonna come in and then we're gonna get started on Pitocin. You might as well get something to eat before we start, or you can go shower, do whatever you feel like. You have an hour. I said, oh, you said shower? All right, let me get ready. So me in my head, I get up, I go take a shower, and I start doing my makeup right after. Big mistake. When your doctor tells you that, you eat. Forget about shower, forget about everything else. Eat all you can. Because right after that, all I could eat the whole day was ice cubes. Even after the child was born, ice cubes for a few more hours. So I literally spent over a whole day just on ice cubes. Like, isn't that crazy? I don't even know how I did that. I do not know how I did that. Mind you, we have brought with us a whole bag full of snacks, which you probably saw already. But yeah, that was mistake number one. I am only allowed to eat ice as of right now, and I am connected to this IBM Pitocin. This thing itches. I did light makeup, and I'm using a waterproof mascara. And I have my baby heartbeat still, and I'm having contractions. I'm feeling one right now. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Not baby yet. Alex is too funny. He doesn't want to eat because I can't eat. Aww. So at this point, I am beautifully ready with my makeup on, everything.
Un video.
Oh.
El de abajo son las contracciones. Sube y baja, sube y baja. You're strong, baby, you're strong.
So yeah, I get on Pitocin. Then a little bit after, I'm starting to feel more contractions, which is funny because at this point right now in my life, I do not remember at all what the contractions felt like. The whole time I was like, I don't want the epidural, I don't want the epidural. But then I ended up getting the epidural, as you can see in this video. We got the epidural. It was too strong. And even with the epidural, I still felt too strong contractions. That's how strong they are. But right now, we're just waiting to dilate completely. I don't know how dilated I am, but maybe baby's coming soon. I feel better. I took a little nap and everything. I don't even feel hungry anymore. There's Alex. Great helper. My hair, I've been sweating so much. Oof. Oh my god, I'm getting so swollen. Look at my lips. I like them like that. So at this point, I got the epidural and I literally fell to sleep. And you gotta understand this. While you're in pain, you're tired, you're crying. But I wasn't crying like, ah. No. I was more crying like, every time a contraction will come, I remember I will hold on to like the side of the bed and just close my eyes and be like, and cry. And then once it went away, I was okay. I was like, oh my god, this hurts so much. I was just telling Alex. Alex was so worried. Like the whole time he was just like, my wife. I knocked out for like a whole hour, literally. Oh, wait a minute. I think I skipped a part. I remember the doctor had to come in and he broke my water. And he told me the baby has put in me. He literally did poo-poo in me. I was like, excuse you? How can you tell? And we thought it was gonna be like a whole bunch of water coming out of me. Nothing. I felt nothing. It was probably like little drops. Nothing. Me and Alex were like, where's the water? Like, where's the water? I don't see nothing. He was like, oh, it's nothing like in the movies, actually. I was like, oh, okay, that's good to know. But yeah, he broke the water. He said the baby has put in me. I was like, let me just get the epidural because at the time of pushing, I was not gonna have the energy. Number one, I was not gonna be able to breathe. Number two, because I was so congested from crying that I was like, I need to get the epidural because I'm not gonna be able to push. The nurse that was there, she was so sweet. Every time she would come in, she was like, let me know when you're ready to get the epidural. I know you're in so much pain. I can't see you this way. Just let me know. I'm here for you. Let me know. So when I really was like, I can't hold this, get the epidural, she was like, I'm coming right back. She went and then she comes back. I had bad news. Anesthesiologist, he's currently doing a C-section, so we're gonna have to wait at least 45 minutes until he comes back. Say what, ma'am? But yes, we waited the 45 minutes. She was just like holding me. She was like, okay, you're gonna be fine, just breathe. She will hold my hand. She would like grab me tight, because sometimes you, at that moment, I just wanted to hold on to something tight, and she would like hold on to me tight. when I was feeling a contraction. Great. I had Alex get out of the room when they were gonna do the epidural. He wanted to sleep, but he was just standing outside of the room. I was so sweaty. The anesthesiologist was like, "You're sweating a lot." I was like, "No, shoot." But yes, she was so sweet. She was just holding me. She was like going like this on me. She was like, "It's okay." All right, so I knocked out. I'm full. I fell asleep for like an hour. I wake up an hour after, 2 more contractions. What? At this point, I think I was already over 6 centimeters dilated. I was probably like 7, 8 centimeters dilated. It was too painful, and still with the epidural, it was painful. And now I'm shaky. We're 9 centimeters dilated. Baby's almost here. How crazy do I look? 2, 5, 4. Do I look too crazy? And she was like, just if you're feeling pain, just press that button and it will give you more of the epidural. And I was like, oh great. So I clicked. I was scared that I was gonna overdose it. She was like, no, it's not gonna let you do that. I couldn't sleep after that. I literally took that one nap and I couldn't sleep after that. I was on ice cubes the whole time. I couldn't really feel hungry. I guess the IV takes away that hunger from you. And they had put, before I got the epidural, in Spanish it's a sonda, so you don't pee. You don't gotta get up to go pee. You just got like this little thing coming out of you. And you know, you don't even feel like you need to pee. It's crazy. I'm trying to do like a full sort of makeup look right here. So from this palette, I'm gonna be using this color right here. Again, I was not able to sleep. The nurses are coming in and out all the time. I remember at some point I felt really hot. I knew I had a fever, but they're taking my temperature, they're checking my my blood pressure every hour. So to me, I was like, if I have a fever, she's gonna notice it. No, she didn't. So mind you, I had a fever of over 120, and the nurse didn't feel it because I'm eating ice and she's taking my temperature through the mouth. The doctor comes in and he goes like this on my leg. He just came in and said, you might have to consider a C-section. We don't know yet, we're gonna see later, okay? But just keep that in mind because I want you to have like an open mind to the babies coming into this world, something like that. He said, I don't know. When he went like this on my leg, he was like, he just looked at the nurse and he was like, what's her temperature? She goes like, oh, it's 97 or 96, I think she said. No, 97 or 98. And he looked at her and he was like, where are you taking her temperature from? She goes, through her mouth. He goes, take her under her arm. When she took it under my arm, 120 something. He was like, give her something right now. So it was like an exchange of looks. It was like they weren't communicating through their eyes, like most of the time. It was crazy. But she got me something for the fever. At this point, my fever is going down. He comes in and he's like, all right, so you're 10 centimeters dilated. Let's do like a try or push. So we try to like push to see if the baby was gonna come out, or like if anything was, I don't know, I'm not sure. All I know is that when we did the trial push, the baby's heartbeat went like super high. And the nurse, again, eye contact, conversations that I was not involved in, she just turned around and looked at him, and I was just like, what happened? He goes, you know, we're gonna have to do a C-section. I was like, excuse me? So apparently the baby's heartbeat has went up really, really high. He was like, the baby looks like it's very comfortable in you, so we're gonna have to do a C-section. I started crying like there's no other. Like, I was just crying and crying and crying automatically. Alex is like, don't feel bad, baby, everything is okay. They know what they're doing, everything's gonna be fine. I was like, but I want to have more kids, I want to have more babies, because again, everybody tells you when you have a C-section you can't have more than 2 kids. So I started crying because I was like, I want more than 2 kids. I don't want to have only 2 kids. The doctor looked at me, he's like, who told you that? You can have as many kids as you want, as long as you heal properly. I was like, are you sure? He goes, what do you mean if I'm sure? And then I was like, all right, that made me feel a little bit better. But then again, I was shaking. I was uncontrollably shaking. I was just so scared for my life. I never had no surgery done in me ever in my life, so I was just, I don't know, I guess I was just so nervous. Then all the nurses came in, they started unplugging this, unplugging that, putting this, putting that, changing this, putting things on me. Anesthesiologist comes in, he's checking, he's doing something to the epidural, blah blah blah, I don't know. They take Alex out of the room, they give him an outfit for him to change into, and they're just like rushing. I'm like, what the heck is going on? They're just like rushing. And all I remember is, please don't push. And at that point, as soon as the nurse said don't push or anything like that, I was just like, girl, I feel like I need to push, like right now. I feel like this baby gotta be out. And then I just started crying, like, I need to push, I need to push, I need to push. It was like, please hold on. Mind you, they're like already taking me out of the room, like getting me ready to get out of the room. And I was just like, I just need to push right now, right this second. And they're just like literally rushing me into the operating room. I was like, I need to push. They get me into the operating room. They switched me from one bed to another. They get me all hooked up to everything, and all I remember is the doctor telling me, okay, this he was putting something on my stomach, I guess, to disinfect the area before he started opening. And I was like, then I felt like a little line, like little lines going through me, and I was like, wait a minute, what are you doing? Where is my husband? He's like, oh, he's coming, don't worry. I'm like, no, where is my husband? I'm like, I thought that he was gonna start the surgery before Alex got there. They were holding Alex outside for like a little bit, and then a nurse went out and got him, and he was able to come in. He saw everything. Mind you, the door is like down this way. I'm laying down over here. My stuff are already open. They're grabbing things and putting things around, and Alex just walked in and was like, but he likes all of that. He felt like super inspired to be a doctor after that, for sure. Not an OB. He doesn't like that stuff, but he always wanted to be like some sort of surgeon. But yeah, then, and the whole time I'm just shaking like so bad. They're taking my temperature. I had like a little thing on my forehead to see my temperature. They're checking everything on me. Like, I hear the baby cry. I started crying. I was already crying because I was so nervous. Then I hear the baby cry. Then I start crying like, oh my god, my baby. But it was like a weird cry. It was like an emotion that I didn't feel like happy, but I felt like most of like a relief when I heard him cry, I guess. But like when you hear him cry, it's like you cry. I don't know what it is, because I was crying but no tears was coming out of my eyes. Like it was so weird. And I was just like, my baby, or like, I think I said my bebé or something like that. Alex said that I was crying like, oh mi bebé, and I was just like, oh, so crazy. And I was so worried because I was not gonna be able to see anything, like the baby coming out or like Alex cutting the umbilical cord. And there was a nice nurse that came and took Alex's phone, and she just started taking pictures everywhere. I was just like, thank God for this lady. She was just taking pictures when they brought the baby close to me. The baby, as soon as he saw me, they were like, talk to him. I said, mi bebé, and he literally held my finger. I'm gonna show you that picture. He asked Alex if he wanted to cut the umbilical cord, and he was like, yes, absolutely. He went in, he did that. They took pictures of him. I was like, yes, that's what I wanted. And I was so sad that I couldn't see it physically, but I was able to see it after in pictures. Then they told us that they were gonna take the baby to special care for a few hours, and they were gonna bring it back to us after the fact. Oh my god, I just remembered this. After they were closing me, Alex was already gone with the baby. I almost passed out twice. And the anesthesiologist dude, he was just throwing things on my face to keep me awake. Like, it was crazy. And here's where I start recording again. And I think this is like one of the last videos I made while I was there. Maybe after that it was just like baby videos that we were making. I couldn't vlog anything else because we had a C-section. We had a lot of complications. And here we are. A worried husband and a wife in pain. Yeah. I was shaking so much. Alex was so worried. I was shaking the whole time we were doing in a C-section.
I was about to burn the whole hospital.
No, you can't do that. Our baby's so cute, but because we had so many complications, they took him. And they'll bring him later. But he's so cute. He has so much hair and long hair, like long hair. He's so adorable. I still don't believe that that's my baby. But yeah, I'm over here. I'm so much in pain. In so much pain. And I still can't eat or drink anything. I'm literally, since yesterday at 5 in the morning, all I had is ice cubes, and that's it. And yeah, that's it. So right now it's, what time is it? Right now it's 5:15 in the morning. We haven't slept all night. The baby was born at 3:24. Baby was born at 3:24. He's a healthy baby. He's big. He's bigger than I thought. We thought he was gonna be like 7 pounds, but he's actually 8. And he's so cute. We'll show him to you when he's here. But yeah, that's the update. I'll talk more about all my complications later on. I'm currently connected to an IV and more Pitocin to help my uterus. And I have oxygen going on too. My hair looks crazy. I cried so much my hair got curly and crazy. Oh, I can laugh, it hurts. But yeah, they're gonna come in every 15 to 20 minutes to check on me to see if everything is okay. But yeah, that's what we got so far. We couldn't record anything. They didn't allow us to. We're gonna add some pictures here. And Alex was able to cut the umbilical cord, and I wasn't able to see it. But thank God they all the nurses took pictures of him, so I was able to see the pictures. So that's it. I'm gonna try to get some rest before they bring the baby. I'm so excited to put a new outfit on him. And I hope all his newborn clothes fits him.
Yeah, I don't think that's a big baby.
He's a big baby. I'm gonna be so sad if he doesn't fit in his newborn clothes, but we'll see. Alright, peace out. We'll talk later. The baby was born. He was 8 pounds 1 ounce. Apparently he was a long baby, and his hair was like driving everybody crazy. It was so much fun. But then more complications came along. The nurse that was taking care of the baby comes into the room, and she's like, you know what, we're gonna have to keep the baby for 3 days. I said, for how long? Did you just say 3 days? She was like, yes, we gotta do some tests on him, and we gotta make sure that he's completely fine before we can bring him to you. I was like, I started crying again. I was just like, I want my baby here. I want to see him again. I only saw him for like a minute, like literally 1 minute. Took a few pictures, they took him out, never saw the baby again. After that, I think that same night they said that I could go see the baby. So they got me on a wheelchair, and I was able to go see the baby. Now, when I got off the bed, it took me literally about 10-15 minutes to get off the bed. It was painful. Mind you, I am able to hold pain, like I'm good at it, but this kind of pain, I was just like, a lot of people have had a positive experience with C-sections. That was not my case. All I know is that I was in so much pain, and again, at this point I have not been able to eat yet until like late after, when they said, all right, you're good to eat. And that's when the cafeteria sent me food up to my room. I know that as soon as I was in the room, I was just like, Alex, go see the baby, go see the baby. They said that we could go in and see the baby, we could go feed him, be with him a little bit, but not too long, and he had to be one parent at the time because of COVID. And then we just gotta make like some sort of an appointment because there's more parents trying to go see their babies. So we made our appointment. Alex went in the morning to see the baby after the surgery. And then in the nighttime, I was able to go and feed him. Look at this big boy. Hi, Bubba. Look at those arms. He's so cute. And let me tell you, I was just looking at him like, oh my god, it's just mine. I cannot believe this baby's mine. He is so adorable. He is so cute. Like, every nurse was going crazy with this baby because all the hair. I went back to the room because I was just in so much pain. Even though I was sitting on the wheelchair, I was just in so much pain. And when I saw that baby connected to an IV, I think I started tearing. I was just like, oh my goodness, my bebe. And apparently, because when they pooped inside of you and they still on that water, it's not good for them. So they have to make sure that he's good, that there's no fevers and this and that, and I don't know. Then after that same night that I had the surgery, I was trying to fall asleep and I started shaking so bad. I was scared. Like, it was, I felt like even the floor was shaking. That's how bad it was. And Alex, poor man, was trying to take a little nap finally. And I'm just like, Alex, well, I can barely talk. And I'm like, Alex. He's not listening to me. I don't know how. I tried to take a pillow from behind me and like throw it at him. It didn't even hit him, but I guess the sound that it made when it touched the sofa where he was sleeping made him get up. He was like, are you okay? And then when he saw me, he was like, he literally jumped out of that chair. He was like, oh my god, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And I was like, call the nurse. So he pressed the button. He was like, talk, tell him what you. And I'm like, I can't talk. I was like, I'm shaking. In like less than a second, my room was filled up with nurses. Like, there were nurses everywhere. They were like, oh my god, are you okay? They're checking. They're like, two are rubbing my feet, another one is getting blankets, another one's getting more blankets, another one is getting like medication, another one is getting the stuff to check my pressure and my temperature. And while the other one is talking to me, telling me that that might be a reaction from the anesthesia. After that, I continue to have the same episodes of shaking and a fever throughout the day, multiple times. It was crazy. So at least every 2 hours I will have a fever. And you know, they're getting a little concerned, trying to check what's going on. So after the third day, they were able to bring my baby inside the room. I'm still on medication for the fever, and the baby doesn't want to latch at this point. First of all, he was eating out of the IV, then he was being bottle feed, and I was like, it's fine as long as he's eating. But when he got to me, he didn't want to latch. So I had 2 lactation consultants come in the room on different days to help me see if we can make the baby latch. One of the nurses tried to help me too, but you know, at one point I was just like, it's okay. I just started pumping and that's it. He was able to drink my first milk, so that's good. When they bring the baby in, they still take him out every now and then just to run more tests on him to make sure everything was completely fine before we were able to take him home. Another thing I forgot to mention was that my catheter where the IV was connected got inflamed. Therefore, they had to switch it to my other arm, and I kept leaking for about 3 days. One doctor came in. She was like, oh, you know, we're gonna discharge you today when I'm done with my surgery. I was like, all right. I mean, the nurse was like, oh, but she's still getting a fever. She was like, oh, that's normal, it's okay. Mind you, I'm getting a fever every 2 hours, and I'm shaking. Like, every time I had a fever, I'm shaking like crazy. She was like that was totally normal. I was like, fine, you're the expert, you're the one that knows. When she leaves the room, the nurse asked me if I know her, if I've seen her before. I said, absolutely no, I don't know who that is. I know she was the doctor because I looked her up online and she was in the website for my hospital, but she wasn't my doctor, you know, like she was not, I don't know. We come home the first night, I'm getting fever. The only thing that the doctor gave me, ibuprofen, for pain, because I was still like in a very, very extreme pain. And that night Alex had to go out and get me Tylenol And even before we were leaving, like the nurse was like, are you sure you want to leave? I mean, you're still not okay, completely okay, you're still getting a fever. And I was like, oh, I don't know, she's the expert. I turned around and Alex is already packing up. He's like, I'm ready to go. I'm like, all right, I guess we're leaving. I'm home, same night, fevers come, fevers go. Tylenol, and shaking, because I was still shaking when I got home. I think the second night I was home, I had my first baby appointment with his pediatrician, and I go in. I met him at the hospital actually, and he knew about my fever. I go in, he's like, you're sweating, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sweating a fever. When his pediatrician saw me, he's like, you still have a fever? That's not normal. You need to go back to the hospital, call your doctor and let him know. And I was like, but the doctor said that's okay. He was like, which doctor? And I told him, I was like, one of the doctors, the doctor that came in and, you know, and she discharged me. He was like, no, call your doctor, the one that did the surgery on you. I was like, all right. I called him. He was like, what do you mean? I'm surprised you're calling me. What do you mean you still have a fever? I was like, yeah, while I was at the hospital, I was getting fevers every day and shaking like crazy, and I'm still getting them. Like, I'm shaking every night. I still get a fever of 120. And he's like, if you get a fever tonight, don't wait, go to the hospital. And he's checking the paperwork, and he's like, over the phone, he's like, oh yeah, you're right, it says here you had a fever when they discharged you. I was like, I'm not telling you. So he's like, if you feel a fever tonight again, go to the hospital. That same night, I get a fever. I'm getting ready to go to the hospital. Alex is sleeping. I pack my bags and I wake up Alex. I'm like, I'm going to the hospital. He was like, are you sure? I said, yes, absolutely. And he took me to the hospital. He dropped me off. I told him, as soon as I walked into the hospital, again, I'm still in so much pain from my incision. I walk into the emergency room. I tell the lady at the front, I just had a C-section here. I'm getting fevers every day. She was like, what do you mean? I said, I don't know. I called my doctor. He told me to come back if I get the fever again. If you want, call him. She goes, okay, we can call him. There was a lot of people in the ER, like, waiting, and they called me right away. They put me in a little room. They're talking to me. Mind you, at this point, they're thinking I have COVID. I'm like, I don't have COVID. I had this fevers ever since I gave birth. I'm still having fevers. The lady was like, you know what, your pressure is really high. I'm gonna have to put you in a room. So they bring me into a room. I'm using Laura Mercier to set my face. They bring me into a room. They take my pressure. They put heart monitors. They do like a whole bunch of stuff. They took an x-ray of my chest. And they're like, and the doctor told me, if your fever comes up, go to the ER immediately. And he was like, tell them to do a CAT scan on you. And I was like, because they were supposed to do that and they didn't. I was like, huh, interesting. A doctor comes in, he's like, so what happened? I told him what happened. He was like, so everybody agreed that you shouldn't have left the hospital except for this particular doctor. She wanted you to discharge you. I said, yes. He goes, interesting. We're gonna do a CAT scan on you. And he was like, it is possible sometimes that tools stayed inside of you, or things that were used during the surgery. It had happened sometimes. It's not normal, but it happens sometimes. I just want you to keep your open mind to whatever it is. Maybe it is an infection. We're gonna see. I said, no problem. I got scared when he said tools. I was like, what you mean tools, bro? So they did a COVID test, came back negative. She was like, you're right, you don't have COVID. And I said, girl, I've been telling you that. So then they had me, I couldn't eat nothing during this time. They didn't let me eat anything. I was hungry. I mean, it's pretty early in the morning. At this point, it was like 2 or 4 in the morning. Me drink this big cup of, it tasted somewhat like iced tea. So I had this big cup of iced tea. They said that is the fluid that they use in the CAT scan to see everything. inside of your body. So I'm just there watching movies and on my phone the whole night, looking at baby pictures and baby videos, and you know, missing the baby. Alex is stressed. Then I called him. I was like, you know, it's gonna take a while, you might as well go home and stay with the baby. So they bring me in the bed, they bring me all the way to the room. What they're gonna do, the CAT scan. Mind you, I should have peed before we went out. I think I didn't want to pee, thinking that the liquid was gonna leave my body or something, so I avoid peeing, and big mistake. Like, I was in the CAT scan room and I wanted to pee so bad. When I got out of there, they had me on the bed on the hallway waiting for somebody to pick me up. And let me just tell you, I was just praying and crying somebody came to pick me up fast, because I needed to pee. Mind you, my incision still hurts. So imagine your bladder full as it could be, and then your incision hurting. Like, that was a double pain. I was just crying my eyes out, praying to God somebody came to pick me up. After like 30-40 minutes, somebody finally came, and I was just like, I need to pee so bad, can you bring me to a bathroom? For me to get off the bed was already a challenge. For me to hold an IV and pee while my incision hurt, that was crazy. I was in so much pain. The guy was like, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm in the bathroom just crying. Of course he didn't go in the bathroom with me. I was by myself. He was just like on the other side. Are you alright? Are you alright? And I was just like quiet, like I couldn't even talk. The doctor finally comes after many hours. I think it was probably like 8 in the morning. I'm still awake. I'm just waiting for my results. He's like, you know, you have a very nasty urine infection. And I was like, what the heck? I didn't even. He was like, do you feel anything at all? And I was like, nothing, absolutely nothing. So apparently all that fever, all that shaking, I was like, if I have to be admitted again, can my baby and my husband come in with me? He was like, absolutely. But thankfully he called my doctor, you know, they talked. They didn't keep me in. He just gave me like a whole 10 days of antibiotics, and I took that home. And that's it. To this day, the baby's about to be 5 months old, and I am, oh wait a minute, it doesn't even end there. My incision got an infection after I left the hospital. What? I don't know if it was the way that they were rubbing it at the hospital, like when I went to the ER room, they were checking on it or whatever. All I know is that half of my incision got pus, literally, like half of it. And I called my doctor again. I said, hey, listen, this is infected, like it's red, it has pus in it. He was like, come in. I went in, he took off the staples. He was like, I'm gonna drain it a little bit. If it gets worse, come back. Well, it did get worse the next day. It got a lot more pus in it. I went in, they literally had to like drain everything. He literally opened a little hole to drain absolutely everything. Like, I'm telling you, I had the crazy, I was still in pain. Like, all of this is happening a few days after my surgery, and I just felt so bad because I wasn't really spending a lot of time with the baby. I was just like in and out the hospital, and because of all the medications and all the stuff they're giving me, I couldn't even try to breastfeed. I literally tried to breastfeed the baby a whole month after he was born. That's when I actually started to like try and breastfeed, which he did latch after all. I had to use a nipple chill, but he did kind of latch after all. But yeah, then the emotional part came in, where like postpartum hits you, and I was just like crying all the time. I was just like, why is all this happening to me? I can't even be with the baby. I try to do everything natural. The baby doesn't even want to latch. Like, not even my milk can be natural. It has to be formula. But as long as your baby's eating, it's completely fine. You know, it was just like all these thoughts coming into my head. It was just like a whole process. Being pregnant, everything that happened before birth, everything that happens after birth, and then on top of that, postpartum. Like, what? My husband just felt so bad for me. Like, the whole time he was just like, I'm so sorry, we're not gonna have more kids. Then when the last time I spoke to my doctor, he was like, after everything you went through, I am 100% sure you probably don't want to have more kids. Because he was the one I cried to when I was like, oh, I want more kids, I want more kids. He was like, I'm sure you're not gonna want to have more kids. I said, absolutely non-negotiable. I hope I said that right. I probably didn't. unnegotiable. I want to have more kids, absolutely 100%. I don't care. Like at this point I don't even remember the pain that I went through, and like the whole experience in general. I was literally frustrated with everything that happened. Like whenever I am in the street that goes on the same street that goes to my hospital, I get anxious. I literally get anxious, and I'm praying to God that that goes away. When I think every single day after I give birth, I think about the hospital room. I think about the whole birth experience, the nurses. Like it hasn't come out of my head, and I just have like mixed feelings about it. Like I just keep telling my husband that, and even the same day that we got out of the hospital, I was like, I feel like a part of me stood in the hospital. I don't understand what happened. To this day I still don't have an explanation for that. All I know is that I feel like literally part of me stood at the hospital till this day, and my baby's about to be 5 months old. I'm sure that's gonna go away at some point, but for now I'm just learning to live with it. Thankfully not everybody has the same experience. In my case, my experience was a little rough. But it's okay. I'm happy as I could be. I am excited, you know, that now I'm home and everything is fine. I can't wait to have more kids. I'm so excited to have more kids. It's just like a dream of mine, and I can't explain it, but I'm so happy. A lot of my friends are pregnant and waiting for their babies, and you know, whenever they ask me for advice, I'm here, and all I tell them, and all I can tell them if they're watching, is that every experience is unique and special. Like I feel that the whole experience we went through at the hospital, me and my husband, made us a lot stronger as a couple. He just felt so bad for everything that happened that till this day he's such a oh my god, my eyes. Why am I crying? I just did my makeup. Till this day he's so like, to this day he's been so amazing. Like he was already amazing as it is, and now he's like extra amazing. And the whole time I was going through everything, he was by my side. He was just so going through, he just wanted to take that pain away from me. Like he was just talking to me about it, and I was just like, did you really feel that way? He was like, I couldn't even see you like that. I was just so extremely worried. And I was like, oh, you know, that really made us stronger. And I'm so thankful and blessed to have him by my side, and to have him as the father of my baby. And yeah, I can't wait to have more babies with him. He doesn't want me to go through this whole experience again. He's like, this is the only baby we're gonna have. I said absolutely no. We're still arguing back and forth about it. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope you liked my video. Again, I just want to do a big disclaimer. Not every experience is the same, and even my experience alone, I feel like it was amazing and I learned a lot, and I can't wait to have more babies. It's just like you completely forget about the pain. The postpartum feelings goes away. I was crying a lot. I didn't feel like myself for a long time, but you know what, now I'm here. I have so much energy, and everything I do, I just want to do it for like to better myself and to be the best example for the baby that I could be. And it is absolutely amazing. It's like I got a new strength in me, and it's amazing. I still don't feel like a mom. I don't. I just have this crazy energy, this crazy strength running in my veins. That's all I know. But to all my future mommies out there, I hope you have a great experience. God bless you, and I hope everything goes well for you. Just, you know, enjoy the moment, enjoy the process as much as you can. Don't think about the issues, because all that is gonna go away after all. And yeah, well, with that being said, I hope you like my makeup, and I hope you like this video, and so much. Hug your little man. That's suave, papi, suave. That's not going anywhere. Muy bien.
No worries. You got a warehouse full of stuff and you can't get rid of it. Y tú me quedaste de hablar con ayudar, cuando le diste allá. Pero después ella repitió y no pudimos. Pero si yo te ponía el 5, tú ponías 5-3.
I hope to see you in my next one very, very soon.